evening, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this reading. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the upcoming full moon in Aquarius happening on August the 22nd to the 23rd, depending on where you live in the world. Okay, let's get started here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And see what potentially will need to get healed or released during this full moon's energy. Okay, 3 piles here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Step out of your comfort zone and don't let your pride get in the way. A lot of signs are getting the don't let your pride get in the way card tonight, but this is the first reading for the step out of your comfort zone. Luck is on your side though, on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. So that says to me, Scorpio, that as you end a tough cycle here, you're going to need to stretch a bit. You're going to need to stretch a bit outside of that comfort zone, and don't let your pride get in the way. Has been coming through consistently for everyone this evening. You know, just to keep things humble, you know, to keep things kind, and to keep things in a place where, you know, luck is on your side and you're at the end of a tough cycle. So it's important to extend some compassion. Perhaps that is the outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you're used to sort of just cutting the ties and not really extending that compassion. But as this cycle ends for you, it should be interesting. Let's see here. What is this end of a tough cycle for Scorpio? The end of a tough cycle for Scorpio. Ooh, okay. We've got a few cards here. Let's see. Okay, so we've got the Page of Swords, the Justice card, the Five of Wands, and the King of Swords. So that tells me that your tough cycle having an ending coming here is going to require some mental shifts on your part, because in order to see the virtuous side to things, you're going to level up. I think you're going to level up here with this Five of Wands, but it's going to involve conflict. So the end of this cycle could, that tough part of it, right here, the end of a tough cycle. The thing making this tough could be that it was sort of full of a lot of challenges, lots of conflict and challenges, and feeling like you're not sure anymore what's going on, what's the truth. You almost, this card always makes me feel like you're doubting the sincerity of the people around you, and you're starting to see things so differently that you can't understand each other anymore. And so this cycle has been really tough for you, and you're trying to see, you know, who was right, who was wrong, who was good, who was bad, where is the virtue in this situation, what is the just outcome here, who's responsible for what in this thing coming to an end. And it's almost like you want to keep some of that to yourself. This is a time where you realize you're going to have to see things in a new way, and it's almost not the time to engage in talking with others about it in a gossipy way, or sort of, you know, you don't want to have this issue made petty. So it's almost like you're keeping it to your chest. You're not really talking about it too much. You're more trying to think of how to shift your perspective to sort of wrap your mind around this all coming to the end in the way that it did. And we see here that you're going to need to stretch out of your comfort zone, to step out of your comfort zone. And we see the Empress here. So yeah, it looks like even though this situation may have been a tough cycle for you, it's going to help you do some amazing things creatively. And we see that Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse here. So I really feel like stepping out of your comfort zone, with seeing the Empress and this card at the bottom of the deck, that really says to me that you're going to see this situation and not let it define you. Like, you're not going to let it be the time that you know, were a victim. That's not how you're going to tell this story. You're going to step out of that familiar pattern. That's the comfort zone I think you're stepping out of, is that familiar pattern to see things in a certain way. I think you're going to see that the end of this cycle is just going to lead to you having a lot of creative energy, and it's not going to define you in a negative way. Don't let your pride get in the way. Here is full moon in Leo. And we're just leaving. The sun is just leaving Leo and entering Virgo. So we see here, don't let your pride get in the way, because you're on the doorstep of exactly your greatest wish, which makes sense because we see the luck is on your side here. So, you know, ending this might be very difficult, but it's going to lead you to emotional satisfaction and fulfillment and just feeling like you got everything you've ever been dreaming of. But it's going to change your life, and it's time to get ready. This Knight of Swords is saying to you, get ready to change things up, right? Like get ready for a sudden life change. And it's time to depart from the way we do things. So stepping out of that comfort zone and ending a cycle, all of that is going to bring in some new energy here for you to start something new. Your life pattern is changing. You're getting what you've been wishing for. And we see the Death card at the bottom of the deck here for you. Under luck is on your side. So it's like you're really changing. You're changing things up, Scorpio. There's a chapter ending, a rough one, something that was difficult for you, and you're finally stepping out of it and seeing that it's just going to help you be more creative in the future, and that you're changing. It's going to change your whole life. This whole process, this thing that you've created, it's going to change everything. It's going to change everything. This is really nice. Okay, let's see here. What's going on through the Oracle deck? What final guidance do we have here for Scorpio? I see new beginnings. I see new beginnings for this end of a tough cycle and pleasure. Wow. So this ending is going to be a pleasure because it's going to lead to a new beginning, Scorpio, you know. And I think you already feel that way about it. I think you feel about it because you're feeling that vibe here. And when you step out of that comfort zone of yours, you're really going to see the wisdom in that experience that you just had. That on the surface might look like one thing, but man, it freed you. It freed you. It freed you to be such a creative force here. There is a creative force here, and not letting your pride get in the way, because that's really going to help bring in the energy of your greatest wish here. And we see release. Yeah, that's going to free you. It's going to free you. And the last thing you need is pride getting in the way of that. You are about to release as you completely transform with this Death card, and luck is on your side. This is going to be fortuitous. You are going to be thriving, Scorpio. This is a beautiful reading for you. This full moon is bringing in so much beautiful energy for you. Very transformative time for you, closing doors and opening new ones, and in a way that you're going to be thriving and you're going to be taking some risks. But it looks like it's all going to be with luck on your side. This is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I think I'm going to leave it at that for you, Scorpio. That was very clear reading. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my email is in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. And we will see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Happy full moon.